What's going on, folks? It's your main man, Mr. Council, back with another one, Saturday Motivation. You know how we do. Till Saturday, because Saturday's the day that's uniquely your own. Most people work a 9 to 5, so by the time they get to Saturday, they feel it's necessary to take their foot off the gas. So most artists, creatives, and business minds know that Saturday's the day to put your foot on the gas and handle your business. How we doing, people? It's another beautiful Saturday. It's really not beautiful, but it's beautiful to be back with you again. I'm just blessed that we keep rolling. It's just the first video officially of 2023. I'm just blessed to have made it to another year. I'm just getting out the gym. I like doing these videos when I get out of the gym because I have a sense of peace and relaxation once I get out, because I know a major task has been done for the day, something I really didn't want to do, but something I know I need to do. But I'm really starting to fall in love with going to the gym. Start to fall in love with going to the gym and taking care of yourself, because you don't feel any better. It's like your mind is just in a totally different place, a stress-free place, you know, once you finish working out and you can handle your business for the day. One thing real quick, I just want to say I'm dropping a new single this weekend. I haven't dropped music in a while. I'm doing this for the kids, for my students I teach. Most of my music I really don't do for children. It's not that it's vulgar, because my music is not, but it's grown folk music. You know, I feel like our generation has lost music in a sense. We're just stuck listening to the music of the 90s and early 2000s. And a lot of us can't relate to the music that's going on nowadays. I don't want to hate on it, but it just doesn't relate to our generation. But oftentimes we have to reach back to our children to show them examples of how to do things. You know, they have their different innovative ways and places they want to take art, but we also have to show them how the adults get out as well. So this track is called Baby Girl. It's dropping this weekend. It should be out on all platforms. I don't want to play it in the car right now for copyright reasons, because until it's officially dropped, I don't want to get any copyright strikes. But I'm excited about this song. It's a fun song. It's a catchy tune. It's for the kids, you know. It's definitely for the kids. And so this is something that I've been dying to drop. I've actually been sitting on this song for 2 years, because I should have dropped it with the last album, but it just felt like I had too many tracks. You know, I put 20 on the last album. I didn't want to stack up more than that, so I had to save something for this next ride. To get on topic for today, this is something that I've kind of discussed on here before, but I'm going to discuss many things repeatedly on here because I'm always going to have a different perspective or something to add to the conversation. But oftentimes you have to answer the question, are you ready for what you're asking for? Are you ready for what you are asking for? A lot of times we sit back and we complain about where we are in our lives. We don't understand that where we are is because of what we've done with our lives. Like I say oftentimes on this channel, you're not responsible for how you got here, but you are responsible for what you do with this life while you are here. And too often people like to sit back and complain about where they are in life and blame the world for their problems and blame the world also for their progress. And people have a hard time seeing themselves because we're so busy judging other people. And I'm including myself in that. I'm not the type of person to come on here and just start pointing fingers, but a lot of the lessons I learned in my own life I want to bring here so you can learn through a lot of the experiences that I've gone through. And I heard something on YouTube Shorts recently, and it kind of put a lot into perspective for me. And it says that anyone that profits off you being blind will not teach you or inspire you to see. Anyone who profits off you being blind will not teach you or inspire you to see. Most people are blind to their own reality. And even if you're not blind to your own reality, oftentimes people don't want to look themselves in the mirror because they know if they sit back and they think about where they are in their life, they know it's their fault. They know they haven't put 1,000% into everything that they're trying to do. They know oftentimes they go home and sit down and watch TV instead of getting to the gym. Or they go out to the bar and drink that night instead of beginning that new business. But oftentimes we like to sit back and we like to blame the world for where we are, because most people just genuinely don't want to work for what they get. Most people want to receive things in life just because of who they are. And they don't understand it's a dogfight for anything that you want in this world. And we all are going through it. It's a lot of people that are born with more of an advantage than you, but a lot of those people have mental issues and problems that you'll never have to understand or even face. See, we get so caught up in comparing each other, we just don't spend enough time focusing on who we are and where we are in our journey. So if you're not putting 1,000% into everything that you're doing, stop blaming the world, because you have nobody to blame but yourself. And I had to stop doing that. I really had to take a long look at myself and say, am I doing everything I possibly can do to get to where I'm trying to be? And the answer was no. And I really faced that during the pandemic. And I talked about this before, but during the pandemic, if you didn't change your life in some way positively or take a step forward into all the things that you said that you wanted to do, then you were never going to do what you were going to do that you said you were going to do anyway. You were just never going to do it. See, I learned so much about myself during the pandemic, and I gained a lot of respect for myself, because at first when the pandemic started, I got lazy. I was going crazy in the gym. Then they shut the gyms down, and then I got lazy for like 2 weeks. I think this was around the time Kobe Bryant died, and that changed everything for me. Then I started doing my little home workouts. After they shut all the cities down, I started working double time with Uber. And so I lost 25 pounds during the pandemic. I put out 8 music videos during the pandemic. I learned how to manage a classroom online during the pandemic. It was so many things that I took advantage. I made more money than I ever made driving Uber during the pandemic, because I was working double time. And so I understood that I had more time than I was ever going to have. And I didn't know how long that was going to last. I had no idea that that lockdown was going to last as long as it did. And that's why I spent as much time as I could getting in as much work as I could, because I knew once they opened back up the schools and once my life went back to normal, I wasn't going to have the time that I needed to do what I needed to do. And that's why I spent so much of that time working. So ask yourself, during the pandemic, did you do everything that you could to try to change your life? Or did you just waste that 2.5 years? Did you try to make an impact or a change in your life? Or you just sit back and complain about where you are in life? And that's oftentimes what we do as individuals. We don't want to take responsibility for where we are and the things that we're doing. So I'm sorry, if you're not where you want to be, it's all because you're not working hard enough. Yeah, you might have some circumstances that you've run up against, but God is real. And as long as you rely on Him, He's going to carry you through anything that you need to get through. And oftentimes He closes doors in your face. I've had so many doors closed in my face throughout life, but now that I'm a mature man, I understand that those doors were closed for a reason, because I wasn't ready to walk through those doors, or those were doors that I wasn't even meant to go through. See, I'm glad that I never made it as a child star. Look at most child stars and how they turn out as adults. Their lives are destroyed and they're ruined because of fame. They're so talented, they're so gifted, but they end up being drug addicts and just people with serious mental health issues, or people that end up getting killed over the things that they know about the industry. And so I'm so glad, I mean genuinely glad, that I didn't have that come up when I was a younger man, because I know, looking at me, I would not have been able to handle it. And see, the thing about it is, it would have been all about me and the things that I wanted. And now that I've taken the time to grow and learn and mature as a man, I know it's not about what I want. It's about what God wants for me, because that's what truly is best for me. See, oftentimes we think we know what we want, and then we get what we want and we don't appreciate it because we never really wanted it in the first place. We never really needed it in the first place. And it takes you going through some things to really truly understand what that means. You see a child, when they get a toy, they begging their parent for this toy. They seen this thing on TV and they just got to have it. And then they finally get it. They're so happy when they get it. And 5 minutes later, it's in the corner someplace because it wasn't what it was cracked up to be from the commercial. They thought it was going to be some monumental toy or device to change their life, and it was just another toy. And that's what happens in life with us as adults. Oftentimes we see things through other people's social media pages. We see things through television and film, and we want it so bad and we need it so bad. And then when we finally get it, we understand that it was all a facade. And so when my time and my opportunity comes, I want to truly be ready to step into that space where God needs me to work and do exactly what he needs me to do to help change the world, because that's what it's all about. It's not about me. I'm not just living for me anymore. I'm living to help change this world and make it a better place. And I don't want to be around anybody who doesn't have that same type of energy. I don't care what you think about me. I don't care about what you know about me and what I've done in my past. It doesn't matter, because I've grown as a man. And so what you need to understand is we all need time to grow and change and become a better version of ourselves. But if you really take time to look at your life and ask yourself honest questions, can you even answer them honestly when you're alone in the dark? Are you working hard enough to get to where you need to be? Do you deserve that promotion that you might be up for? Are you really ready for that business venture, or are you just doing a bunch of talking? Because I've seen people all my life do a whole bunch of talking about things that they want to do, and they never bring anything to life. And it's not because they don't have the capability. They just don't have the energy and the effort. I tell my students all the time, there's no way in the world you're going to fail my class if you try. If you give me your best, I'm going to give you my best. And so it's no way that you're not going to succeed. But most people don't give their best. Most people don't try. And you working at something for a day or two is not trying. I've been working at something for 20 plus years, and I still haven't gotten to where I thought I needed to be, but I know now that I'm exactly where I need to be, because it's not about my wants. I'm not living for my wants anymore. I'm not living for big houses and big cars anymore. I'm living for peace and inspiration and true spiritual connection, because those are the things that truly make you happy. See, I'm a happily natural person. Most people that see me, they know I have a smile on my face. I got a joke in my back pocket. And I just have this jovialness about life. And I can never allow somebody to take that from me. No matter what I go through, I'm not going to allow somebody to take that from me. Yes, I have my down moments. Yes, I have moments when I don't want to get out of bed. But I cannot allow life to beat me down so much that I'm off of my responsibility and what I need to do for this world. And most people don't value it enough. Yeah, most people want to do things for their kids and their family and their close ones, and that's cool. But we all here for each other. We're all extended family. And until we start looking at each other like that again, this world will never be the same. It will never move towards a positive direction. We keep throwing so much negativity out there in the world. If you look at your social media page, and if all that comes up are negative things, it's because that's all that you engage with. See, your social media is connected to how you are because it wants you to stay on there. So the things that you like and the things that you engage with, that's the things that feed you. So if you are seeing negativity in your timeline constantly, it's because you're always engaging in negative things. But if you're seeing positive quotes and positive affirmations and things about business and things that can improve you, it's because that's what you're engaging with. But no, people always want to point the finger at other people instead of pointing the finger at themselves. Well, 2023, I'm pointing the finger at me. I'm starting with me. I'm looking in that man in the mirror like Michael Jackson said, because I really do want to make a change. It's not just a song. I really, truly want to make a change, not only in my life, but the lives of the people that I can affect in a positive way. And oftentimes I have to catch myself because I oftentimes put out negative energy too. Like if I'm watching a negative video or some male bashing video, I start giving that energy back to the world. And just even if I'm saying it to myself or whoever's around me, you know what I'm saying? It just comes out. And that's why more and more I have to take away those negative things, because if you feed yourself negativity, that's what comes out. If you eat bad food, you feel bad. If you eat good food, you feel good. That's just what life is. So it's all about you and what you're doing. So stop blaming other people. Stop blaming the world and start to take responsibility, because you never know when your moment is coming. But will you truly be ready for it when it does get here? If you think about it and you truly answer that question, most people know that they aren't ready for it because they're not preparing for it daily. They're not preparing for it weekly. They're not preparing for it monthly. They try things for a little while and they give up. You know what I'm saying? They get inspired from watching something real quick and then they give up. But can you say you've done something consistently, week after week, day after day, month after month, for years at a time? Can you think of one thing that you've done other than just get up and go to work every day? One thing that you're doing to really actively change your life and make it better. Can you just think of one thing that you've done for years consistently to do that? These are questions that you have to answer. I'm just presenting them because I want you to be real with yourself. And most people don't want to be real with themselves. That's why I said that quote in the beginning. Most people want to keep you blind because they profit off you being blind. But it's time for you to wake up and understand the power of who you are. So I'm not on here to bash you, and I'm not on here to compare my life to yours. I just want you to ask yourself the question, are you going to be ready when your opportunity comes? I know I want to be. So I'm going to spend every day, every week, and every month getting better, because when my opportunity comes, I guarantee you I'm going to shine. That's my time. Peace to all my people in the struggle.
Be my baby girl, would you be my baby girl? Travel all the world, nothing out there like you, girl. Come inside my world, cause you make me better, girl. Be my baby girl, would you be my baby girl? Be my baby girl, would you be